So, we can now play animations. It only takes that much garbage to do it. That's actually not too bad. We can fix a lot of that stuff up. So let's see, the update wander. So when we actually wait, what? I can't click this? Okay, yeah, okay, so comment boxes have some crazy shenanigans and some bugs around them. Alright. You can't like click into a comment box that the comment box is over. So on enter for the roam state is going to do the same thing that we were doing before, where we've got a variable which is like roam countdown. A countdown to when roam no longer exists. And we're gonna grab our Gauss random float and we're gonna set it and all that crap. And we're gonna not only like, this is just supposed to be some basic stuff. The only thing that's supposed to be real good is that it's all in blueprints and all the rest of it. So we need roam countdown should be a float. So let's make sure it's a float. And if we drag this here, we can just do that. Alright, so we've set our roam countdown, and we'll also want to copy the like return to idle block over here. So we can actually just copy the comment box. No. We actually have to select everything in the comment box and copy. And we'll do the same thing here. So if we're done wandering, oops. What? No, I don't want the digging countdown, I want the roam countdown. So I can't just drag it on everything, which is stupid. Set. Then we also want a variable here, which is going to be roam direction. So we're going to have like our math random float. We say if our random float is less than 0.5, so random value between. We're just flipping a coin. And I kind of want like a logic node here that has like the true and false thing there. That's kind of like flip a coin or some shit like that. You know, has different output nodes. That's kind of what I want. I wonder if we can make custom Kismet library nodes, or if there's something already there that we can just chunk into. So if true, then we want to set roam direction to like -1 or or 1. It's roam direction, not roam countdown. So we're either going to roam to the left or to the right. And we need to call set wanted velocity and direction vector. So we need like an F vector. So roam direction needs to be not a float but a F vector. Just a whole vector, change variable type. So it needs to be set like this. Cool. And we need to grab our velocity and all that stuff, so we actually need to go indexing blueprints. Huh, well, I've never seen that before. The editor will become unresponsive. Well, that's sure for damn true. Oh, fuck. Maybe I shouldn't have started the index option. Fuck, can we just cancel the index operation? Just like stop it, Unreal. Stop being a pain in the ass. Why is that? Why is it blocked up to all hell? Like, we don't have that many blueprints. Because compiling shaders? Like, it must just, yeah, alright. Unreal had to go take a moment in its corner and figure out what the fuck it's doing. And yeah, I guess that's just something that happens. Just every once in a while, it's like, hey man, I heard you were doing work, but I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna take over here for a minute. So I need to open up this player logic object, and what I want to do is this get movement controller set wanted velocity and movement direction. And this, yeah, we're going to need to grab the velocity off of the get movement data. And we're gonna grab the movement velocity. Yeah. And we're gonna want to grab the roam direction. All the fighting, yeah. It's kind of hard to make all this stuff not look like complete spaghetti crap. I mean, the easiest way seems to be like dragging it all off to the right and having just big lines of functions. So it's like you're programming to the right. Programming to the right is probably the name of a book, and it has to do with fascist coding. I'd put that on my shelf. It's just a picture of Hitler typing away at a computer, and then you realize like computers didn't exist back in World War II. Alright, so that'll set our... Yeah, so our fat sack should roam now, is what this says. For a certain amount of time, so let's see if he does that. So he'll dig for a little while. And he roams around. It looks like he's not stopping. So I need to change the idle to have him actually just stop what he's doing. Bad memes. What are you talking about? Isn't that Hanlon's razor or something? How long it takes for something to go back to Hitler? Alright, so we need to get this thing. We want to set his velocity to 0 and direction. I wonder if we can we just do nothing with this? Just be like, yeah, just totally do the thing. Error. Alright, so we need a direction. So I need a 0 vector. I have to actually make a goddamn vector that's a 0, and then you add it as a variable. 0 vector. This is... I mean, come on, is there like a get 0 vector method here? Get 0 vector. No, there is not. Alrighty then. So it's another thing to write down. We need easy to fetch numbers like 0, 1, and 2. Like, I just want a fucking 0 vector. Alright, so that's all compiled up. So he should now not run around forever. He should stop and go into his idle and then do all that switch work. I don't understand anything, but it's still interesting. Spot. Well, thanks for stopping in. We're working on the AI for FatSack at the moment. And it's a big experiment. We do not know how to do this stuff very well. Basically, like I've been doing C++ programming forever, but Unreal has this stuff called blueprints, and it's basically this visual scripting language where it's like on every update we're counting down our decision timer by how much time has passed, and when that reaches 0, then we decide to idle or jump or wander around. And you can do all this with visual scripting stuff, and this is what will allow Adam to actually go program stuff, because he's not an engineer. He didn't go to engineering school and all that stuff. So this will make it so Adam can go, mess around with FatSack or with Bitey or the UU or anything in the game. And so I'm proving that the systems that I made actually work, and seeing how awful they are. We've got some pretty gnarly stuff. Like, in order to get the animation for digging, I had to do all of this stuff, which is just awful. So I'm writing it down, and then I'll make it a lot easier. So doing something like this is just like, so he can just say like play animation, and he can just like type something in here such as play dig, and then so in the start of like the digging state or something, you can be like, on enter, I want to dig, and just have it just be one little thing that he's dragging around. So this is returning him to that. We have the roam thing, and jump is the last state that we're going to implement. And what we're going to do with jump is we're going to pick a random direction, we're going to jump, and then we're going to wait until we hit the ground, and then we're going to choose our state. So we need the on enter needs to go up here. We'll add a little comment box. On enter. We'll do the same thing as before. We'll flip a coin, and we'll either jump to the left or to the right. So make a new vector jump direction. So we can copy that logic from there. Yeah, I'm re-implementing what I had in C++, and I'm implementing it inside of this blueprint. This system is called the blueprint system. So set roam countdown. We don't need the roam countdown. We just need this stuff. So I already had this written in C++, and I probably can always write C++ code faster than I can write blueprint code. But blueprint code, I don't have to like compile it to run it. So when I write C++ code, it has to compile, and it takes a long time. So it's actually easier to, if I make a whole bunch of utility methods, it'll be easier for me to work inside of blueprints than it will be inside of other things. So what do I have to do for jump? Alright, update, find platform, and then we want to actually jump. So we need to call jump on our movement, and the jump direction is left or right. So, okay. So jump direction is left or right, that's fine. And we need to call jump. So it's get movement controller. we should be calling jump. In the direction, no, this is the wrong jump. Oh, okay, so I can actually say left or right here, and that's how I set this up before. So instead of doing this is jump direction, this should be a Dashkin direction. Change variable type. So left or right. And then we just call a getter on this one. So we just say like get jump direction, throw it in there. And the velocity is something we actually have to grab off of. It's interesting that I can actually just go copy paste stuff here without too much trouble, because it's all visual scripting language stuff. I can just copy paste these nodes, and it's like copy pasting code, and it's actually not too bad to do. Like it's kind of working for me, which is interesting. What is jump velocity? Right, so when he goes into this, he's going to jump, and he's going to jump either to the left or the right based on if we rolled left or rolled right. And then inside of this guy, inside of our update loop, we're waiting until we hit the ground, so we just grab our movement controller. Let me see what the function is called. Our movement object. I think it's movement state. No, it's not. It is movement type. No, it's... What is it? Yeah, it's physics state. Alright, so it's get physics state. So we're going to say get physics state. And if we're going to do a branch. So the condition is going to be, we need an equals. Maybe do like an enum. So there's an enum equals value here, and this needs to be, oh, that is actually cool. It fills it out for us. So if we're on the ground, and just do it like that. So if we're on the ground, we're going to return to our idle state. And we're going to go snag that from our wander. It's this. We can just copy that. So if that's true, we just will go to our idle state. So Fatsack should now wander around and do all the things. What is this? This is... There we go. Fix that error. So let's see, is he gonna jump? Jump for us? Yeah, he's gonna jump for us. So why don't we free him from his prison? Or we'll make one Fatsack who is free. We'll see what he does. It's not jumping for me. There he goes. And he's just jumping up, not jumping to the right or left. It's probably because he has a bunch of air control. Freedom for the fat sacks. Thank you for following, Calma Mort. We're just working on some basic stuff for this guy. I think what's going on is Fatsack's got a whole bunch of air control, and he needs to update his wanted vector every frame to be like, yeah, keep going in this direction. Because right now he's jumping, but as soon as he jumps, he's basically zeroing out his velocity. So what we should do is we should get his we need a vector jump direction. Set velocity is like set wanted velocity in vector. So yeah, it's set wanted velocity in dir, and the direction is going to be the jump direction, like so. Yeah, well, welcome. We're messing around with blueprints. I'm not a blueprint master at all. Or Blueprint Neophyte, which is this visual scripting language for Unreal 4. Let's see, this should be our jump velocity. How about just our get movement velocity? Yeah. And so that should keep us moving when we jump, is what I think is going to happen here. So let's see. Someone was getting pretty angry at me right there. I'm not sure why. Some asserts fired off, but it didn't actually say anything angry, it just had some warnings. I don't know. It was weird. No worries, I know nothing about Unreal. A little bit of Unity. Yeah, well, I was working in Unity before doing stuff in Unreal here. And the reason we're using Unreal is because it's got all this sweet shader stuff. So let's see, we got this guy. Yeah, there he goes. He's jumping in a direction now. Can we change blueprints at runtime? That's something I should look at real quick. Let's see if we can change his... Can we pause? Alright, we cannot edit blueprints at runtime. Okay, that's fine. So he's got untuned movement too. What we can do is, what is this? Undestroy a logic object. Looks like I probably have a crash in my stuff. It's not happy with me. Looks like we have a bug with onDestroy for our undestroyed logic states. Appears to be double deleting objects. But I was gonna change his run real quick to something a little bit different. Because that roll should only be happening basically when he is moving too quickly. So inside of Fatsac's movement data, his slow movement, we've got his movement velocity at 1,000 and his jump velocity at 3,000. So we're actually going to change some of this. So his jump velocity is real low, and we're going to change some of these things. So we want to look at his animations real quick and see what they are. So that's his walk, trot, and then run. So we want his run to be like maybe like 1,200 or just 1,000 and 1,001. So if he's running, maybe 1,200. So if he is moving faster than he can possibly run, he'll start rolling. And his trot speed, which would be this, let's set it to like 600, something like that. His dash speed we'll just set to, he doesn't have a dash. So now he should be, because we crashed in that one without saving. We didn't get this. So now he shouldn't be rolling unless he's actually moving faster than he can possibly move on his own. And then maybe we can he looks like a little frog with messed up animations at the moment. So we should get rid of that platform. Let's also, I want to see him actually do his rolling animation, because he like rolls off a cliff or something. So why don't we see if we can get that set up. And you can't see him, but I'm placing invisible Fatsacs. I don't want to see him fall off here and then roll down. Bitey's inside of a wall, so I can't move him. Come on, jump! Oh, and he rolled down. Awesome. We'll see if one of the other ones wants to roll off the edge. Come on, do it. Stop running right, you stupid fat sack. Run to the left. There he goes. See if this other guy wants to roll off too, or if he's gonna run off the other side. Maybe. Yeah, we're just messing around with all these guys. Alright, so Bitey's back. He's not stuck in the wall anymore. He just rolls off. Come on, do it. Roll off the edge. There he goes. And they can't run. He can't run back up onto that hill. This is too steep for him. Anyway, I think that's probably enough for right now. I've been going for about 5 hours here, and we got our AI totally moved over into blueprints there for Fat Sack, and then we added rolling because we could. And I had a few things I wanted to do today, so I'm gonna sign off here for now. I might be back in 5 hours or whatever. Might be playing some games. We'll see though. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, and hope you guys have a good day.